make sense what the suffering was for. Cause I got out my head and I got in my bag. No time to be crying, there's money to make. I'll do what I gotta, whatever it takes. Cause I'm pushing myself to be one of the great. And my time is right now.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Extreme Lifestyle Living Podcast. And today, it's funny, this is going to be a very, very basic topic, but I'm beyond excited to talk about it because it's like really got me kind of fired up, to be honest. Kind of got me like kind of triggered, I guess, in a weird way. But I want to talk about just like, why fitness is so important into your life. And I'm not going to talk about the quality of standard of fitness in your life, but I'm just saying in terms of moving your body, eating healthy, and having some type of fitness routine more often than not where your body is moving, you're actively engaging your muscles, you know that you're getting nutrients that serve your body. Like, I just think it's mind-blowing being in this space that I'm in terms of like coaching and, dealing with people every day and in a very positive manner. None of this is negative, but the biggest thing about it is, summer's here and the amount of people that honestly like really hold their fitness standards to almost zero come the summertime, and the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people have these excuses, that they're busy, they have commitments, they have, it's just crazy, and it's funny because it's like, it's not like it's uncommon. And that's why I'm bringing it up, is that so many people that I've noticed this summer, is like everyone talks about being in the best shape for summer, but half of them, more like 80% of them, same as the New Year's resolutioners, it's just like it's gone. And it mind blows me because fitness is a standard that you create within your life that sets you apart from everyone, and it does, period. That is it. When you have a successful workout routine that aligns with who you are, and when I mean workout routine, it's a movement patterns. Like I'm saying, it's about moving your body regimentally. It's about moving your body more often than not and just keeping the standards there. And it's crazy with how like everyone wants to be quote unquote part of the team until the team has to work. And this is the reason why I'm bringing this out, is because I want to break down fitness into 4 different categories in terms of why it's so important for you to have a high level of fitness in your life. And when I say high level of fitness in your life, I mean that truly from the bottom of my heart to the top. Like to have the level of fitness standard that is serving you, whereas you're not declining in health, you're not in aches or pains, you're not suffering from mental health adversities from lack of this movement and being engulfed into negativity. So some of us may have like extremely high standards where we're, almost Olympic athletes, and it's like we like that type of workout routines. We're like tracking every nutrient, micronutrient, every vitamin that goes into our body. And then there's some people that just have like, a healthier standard where they have a good relationship with food, they're not binge eating, and they eat 3 solid meals, a few snacks, they get some protein in their system and more healthier nutrients than negative. And it's like, that's perfect for them. And that's what I'm talking about, is just having the standard that sets for you. You have to have some type of movement pattern routine. You cannot just sit on your ass and be lazy and have a yo-yo type relationship with fitness. And the reason why I'm highlighting yo-yo type relationship with fitness is because it's summertime. Oh, I gotta golf more. Oh, I gotta have more barbecues and commitments every weekend. Oh, there's more things outside. It's like, oh, gotta go hit patio. It's like, and it's crazy because that same attitude, like I've talked about it and I say it all the time, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if that's how you're making your fitness and life goals and the physicality and mental health wise so disposable, then that's how you're letting a lot of your other life goals go to wayside as well. And the reason why I want to break down these 4 avenues of why fitness is so relevant and important for your life is because it really creates a quality of life for you that gives you an immense amount of confidence and an immense amount of reassurance and certainty with your life. And you can dictate and build so much beautiful things in your life around this. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to jump right into it. And the 4 topics we're going to talk about is 1, it creates discipline. 2, it allows you to set the standard. 3, mental growth. And 4, most importantly, self-confidence. So starting with number 1, discipline. Working out builds discipline by teaching you how to show up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. It establishes a habit that extends beyond your workouts and into all other areas of life. Like I'm saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So this is why they say fitness is the best way to show the world how disciplined you truly are, because you cannot be in great shape without it, period. You cannot have washboard abs or have low body fat percentage or be in an immaculate physical high muscle standard or body form, like, having 180 pounds of muscle, 200 pounds of muscle. You can't run marathons or run 10Ks without discipline and following something and staying structured on it. And that's why it's so important, is because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And by being disciplined within your fitness routine, you're able to translate that in other avenues of your life, whether it's emotional states, whether it's career, whether it's like other life goals. You're able to stay disciplined, suffer in the present moment for a better future. And that's what it sets. That's why they say fitness is the best way to show the world how you're disciplined you are. If you have abs, there's actually a statistic. When you have abs, you're literally a top part of the world. It's crazy. Number 2, which I like, these are all my favorites to be honest, but I love this one as well, is setting the standard. When you consistently put in the work, you're raising the bar for what you expect from yourself. You're starting the standard. Prime example for me doing this podcast right now with you. I'm talking about all of these different avenues of fitness and why it's so important to have them in your life and the benefits. And for me, setting the standard. I changed my standard over the course of the year. I kept getting it better. Like the first one is I wanted a bicep vein. The next one is I wanted abs. The next one was I wanted to, maybe I could actually compete. The next one was I want to win a show. Next thing you know was I want to be a coach and help other people with these things. Next thing you know, I want to not do this part-time, I want to do this full-time. Like you set the standard by consistently putting in the hard work within the gym, and that's what it's so amazing. It's so amazing to have this avenue in your life and making fitness a priority, is because like setting the standard, one is like it gets higher as you go and you get to exceed your fucking own like dreams. It's crazy. So like you refuse to settle for mediocrity. You inspire others around you to push past their limits as well. And this is where you get to like set the standard and show others what can truly be done and where your standard's at. Like prime example is like I always like to tell all my clients, anyone that's starting something new in terms of fitness, is it always starts off with, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And then all of a sudden you're in great shape, and it's how did you do it? So that way you get to set the standard to be away from the people that don't serve that type of lifestyle. And it's not about being like, if I run 10Ks, you got to run 10Ks. If I do bodybuilding shows, you have to do bodybuilding shows. That's not what I mean. But what it is like, I refuse to let myself be with somebody that's low frequency to the point that they can't even take care of themselves in a simple manner of being in relative healthy shape. And then you get to dictate that. Sure, some people may call that arrogance and stuff like that, but at the same time, number one, discipline. If you're setting the standard and being disciplined consistently, you're raising the water level, the watermark, as they say. So if you can't swim at the same water level that we're swimming at, then that's fine, Which leads me into the third one, mental growth. Working out relentlessly fosters mental growth and resiliency. By pushing yourself out of your comfort zone all the time, consistently staying disciplined on it, and overcoming obstacles, you get to develop mental toughness that translates into every other area of your life. Prime example, it's not easy being called the fat kid or the skinny kid or any of those words that offend you, and changing that narrative. It's not easy doing that. To understand, like, that's why I always love talking about my story, what I've been through. Like, now that I have abs, I'm veiny, I'm in shape, I have a full client roster, do it full time, and I've helped over hundreds of people that get in the best shape of their lives, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's like, people put me on this pedestal, and it's like, I'm still that overweight kid that played Xbox every single day. I'm still that overweight kid that used to eat McDonald's and Wendy's and eat fast food takeout and be very, very minimal in terms of workouts. I'm very much that kid still. So that mental growth, it's not easy to change yourself. It's not easy changing that narrative. It's not easy going from the fat kid to the in shape kid, or the skinny kid to the strong kid, or however that translates for your transformation. And like I said, any word that offends you, it's not easy. And by it's not easy. And by showing up at the gym and crushing your fitness, you get mental growth every single workout. And most importantly, the last one, which is everything in a nutshell, is self-confidence. Achieving fitness milestones and goals and witnessing your own progress over time improves your self-confidence. Recognizing your own strengths and capabilities spills over into every other avenue of your life, which means you're going to be enabling yourself to tackle more pursuits of opportunities. Let's use a simple example as a career. Say you're in the gym, you see some progress, you're getting stronger, you're getting leaner, you're feeling better about yourself. You're starting to see everything's working because you set the standard. You stayed disciplined. You're starting to see some mental growth. You're like, okay, cool, I'm starting to see this stuff, So now you're starting to become more confident. Now let's say last year, before you got into the gym, now you're sitting in that business meeting at work. Maybe they're talking about promotions, or, maybe they're just talking about something that you never really would speak up on. But since you're starting to feel better, you're starting to recognize, I'm good at this part of this job and maybe not this part, and different things like that. you will speak up more in those opportunities because you're going to be more confident to say, yo, no, I got this, or I challenge you at this. And maybe you're wrong, maybe you're right, but nonetheless, you have more confidence to put yourself out there and seize those opportunities. Because when you sit back in your shell and you're not very confident, you have no way to kind of pivot and have that foundational to create that confidence, which is why we're talking about working out is a good way to have that confidence, is then you're going to sit there and be retracted, and that's why this one is so important, is that when you're confident in one area of your life, it's going to translate in other areas, and you want to be able to do that. You'll want to be more confident. You'll want to talk more, and you want to show up better for yourself. You know what I mean? You'll show up better for your family this way. You'll show up better for your relationships. Everything in your life, when you have more self-confidence, will flourish. And that's why it's the most important one when it comes to fitness, is because as cheesy as it is, they say when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you perform good. And it's like, and that look is like, as long as you think you look good and you feel good in your skin, then you're going to translate that in every other avenue of your life, and it's going to be good. So that's honestly all I have to say about fitness and things. I just want to go on a quick rant about it because, especially with summertime, it's so crazy how everyone's just like throwing their fitness to the wayside, and it's just wild to me because it's like it's not a quick fix. You know what I mean? It's longevity. It's part of your life forever. I get dropping the standard down. Like maybe you go 3 to 4 times a week, and maybe you'll track your calories, your macros, or your nutrition with a little bit less percentage of strictness. I understand that wholeheartedly. I get that. But to completely throw it out the window and take it not serious at all, it's just such offense. It's an offense to your capabilities. I truly believe that. Like, and I don't mean to get a little crazy on it, but it's like me being in that car accident. I realized every day that I don't go to the gym because of laziness, or just because I straight up quote unquote don't feel like it. No, I'm not talking about the standards of earning days off and stuff. That's different. I'm talking when you straight up don't go because you just straight up don't feel like it. It's like I just think about what if I wasn't in the position to not go to the gym. And it's like, this is such an easy way to just show for yourself, stay disciplined, set the standard, get mental growth to show yourself that you can overcome obstacles and develop a mentally positive, mental fortitude is what I call it. You develop that through working out, and then all of a sudden you create an immense amount of self-confidence. Like, I think it's one of those things that it just should be a non-negotiable in your life. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about is, just go on a quick little rant, say that how I felt about it, because the biggest thing between the people that are in the best shape of their lives and most people that aren't is these 4 things. Not even. More like the first 2 ones. The first 2 ones I talked about, and that's staying disciplined and setting that standard and just staying along the path. Mental growth happens as a byproduct of that. Self-confidence happens as a byproduct of those things. It's not very hard to change your life. It's just you got to show up every fucking day and just do 1% better, So to wrap it up, you got to understand that with every single rep, every single step, and every single ounce of effort you put into your gym or fitness routine, it matters. Working out sets the stage for your personal growth, your personal discipline, your resiliency, and overall your self-confidence. So if you're not fully embracing your fitness journey, I highly encourage you to do that. If you already are, God bless you. Keep fucking crushing it. And remember, let fitness be your catalyst for mental growth, confidence, and mental toughness. You have the power to shape your life and create the standards every single fucking day. So make sure you set the standards with your fitness. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I appreciate you so much. Until next time, keep setting a standard and working hard. Let's fucking go.
Who's on my side? I don't know anymore. Cause it's more than a battle, we going to war. And losing again, I just cannot afford. I think it's my time to go even the score. What you see on the surface attached to my core. I'm stacking my paper by feeding for more. One hell of a ride, but I'm staying on board. And now it makes sense what the suffering was for. Cause I got out my head and I got in my bag. No time to be crying, there's money to make. I'll do what I gotta, whatever it takes. Cause I'm pushing myself to be one of the great. And my time is right now, I cannot wait. I'm receiving the love and rejecting the hate. I'm moving in silence and planning my play. You wanna work me and that's on my grave. You can suffer from discipline, know you regret. I suffer a lot, but it's for my success. I never do sleep, but I'm doing my best. Just put me to work and let God do the rest. And I'm pinching myself cause it feels like I'm dreaming. It's hard to believe everything that I'm seeing. The new me is here and the old me is leaving. And you mad that I changed, but I have my reasons. It's crazy, my family, they need me to win.